Um dos responsáveis pelo sucesso da série Sherlock Doctor Who, Mark Gatiss, esteve em um evento para fãs em São Paulo. Entre os assuntos comentados na coletiva de imprensa, ele contou sobre a participação especial que realizará na 4ª temporada de Game of Thrones.
No, Game of Thrones. I'm in one episode of Game of Thrones, and hopefully some more next time. But I believe my character has been brought forward from the books, later in the books to now. I play the leader of the Iron Bank, Tycho Nestoris, as you said. I had a wonderful time. It was only 3 days, so I hope everyone isn't disappointed if I come and go. But yes, I would very much like to be emperor. I've been king. I'd like that.
Mark Gatiss também abordou a importância de Sherlock Holmes para o público e ressaltou que o carisma do personagem é o principal responsável pelo sucesso da série.
People who come to Sherlock Holmes through our show or anything else, a film or another TV series or whatever, I think what's happened, the reason our show is a success is because people love the characters and will always love them. And so I think Conan Doyle himself would have been amazed to discover that something he created 127 years ago is going so strong.
Gatiss esteve no país para divulgar o lançamento do DVD comemorativo dos 50 anos de Doctor Who.
There's a huge amount of Sherlock Holmes in the brief for the character of the Doctor right back 50 years ago. They kept coming back to Sherlock Holmes, especially in originally the first Doctor, in his sort of unapproachability, that he wasn't actually that likable, that they wanted that sort of quality to him.
O roteirista e ator não revelou detalhes da 4ª temporada de Sherlock, mas comentou sobre o retorno de Moriarty.
If you remember, at the end, his drink had been drugged. So I think the reason that he says your loss would break my heart is because he's been drugged. No, he does mean it, but he never says things like that. I mean, the important thing is that deep down, Mycroft cares enormously about Sherlock, but he has trained himself not to show these things, and they occasionally creep out. But it's essentially his way of existing is not to get close to anything. I think because he knows he'll get hurt, and that goes for a lot of people who choose not to get involved in relationships or even keep pets or anything because in the end you'll get hurt. And I think that's sort of Mycroft's idea. I mean, they'll always. We've sort of introduced the idea of them being much more competitive and not getting on, which is inspired by the Billy Wilder film, The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes, in which they're almost enemies, because we thought it was just a much more interesting place to go than them just being quite pally. So we'll certainly keep that going, but there might be temporary truces. But I think that there's definitely a world in which one day Mycroft will turn out to be the baddie, as it were, because he represents the pragmatic arm of government, and sometimes its pragmatism is terrifying. And I can't tell you anything about Moriarty. Did you miss him?